Okay, doke. That ended disastrously. Dastardly. Well, anyways. Hey, I have the new thing up. I'm gonna stream something else since that just ended poorly. I'm thinking about doing Minecraft, but with crowd control. Turn that down, god damn it!
Sorry, I just want some music to listen to, Daniel.
To reinstall the goddamn Minecraft launcher. That's great. Turn it down!
Oh, I can't hear you.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
This song is fire, bro.
Beep beep bop beep beep bop. Okay. Finally, Jesus Christ. Okay. Turn this fucking down.
Give me my music.
Oh,
Yes.
now you gotta start over.
I know.
Yes, you do.
I'm still playing.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. If you interrupt, that means you breached the contract, Daniel.
It's not my contract.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. Can this fucking thing work?
Oh, you said I have to restart again, right? You said I have to restart again, right?
Oh, because I have to install on the store.
Answer my goddamn question.
Leave me the fuck alone! I'm trying to play a goddamn game.
Yeah, I was trying to play Snake, and I just wanted to be more stuff. You were so fine messing with me, but the second I do it to you, you're like, no, I'm taking my shit away.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Finally! Now it's working.
Bro, you just suck, Daniel. I bet you
There we go.
Hey, Daniel.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, fuck, I got it.
Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. I'm taking your blanket hostage, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel.
Hmm. Ah, here we go.
Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Hey,
Hmm.
Daniel.
Maybe I gotta start it.
Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel.
now that that's settled, I'm trying to figure out how this works. So I'm on Minecraft, right? Like, y'all can see this, right? I'm on Minecraft. So go to here, and it says join the Minecraft server to start your session. What Minecraft server? Like, and I'm using, I know for sure that I'm using the right account. Yeah, I'm using the right account. So I don't understand it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit Minecraft. Alright. I'm gonna quit Minecraft real quick. Go back to the Minecraft launcher. Oh, shit. I fucked that up. Pin this shit to the taskbar. I'm gonna make one for 1.20.4. So I think what I gotta do is we'll go to Minecraft. We do that. There we go. And if I do you, okay, that's good. Still doing that. Okay. I'm gonna read the guide. Okay. So I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna close crowd control. And close both of you. I'm gonna go back to Minecraft. I'm gonna use paper. How am I supposed to do this? I don't know how to do this. I'm like severely confused. I think I know why it isn't working though. Because I don't have paper. So I think what I'm going to do is that I am just going to play regular Minecraft. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, shit. It's a little laggy. Fuck you. Fuck you. Thank you. Actually, I should build... Oh, nope, I didn't mean to do that. Meant to do that. There we go. Want an axe, a hoe, pickaxe, and a sword. Where did that sheep go? Actually, where the fuck did that sheep go? Okay, I'm just gonna get the wood. My headphones are uncomfortable, so I'm gonna unplug them. Ooh! I have to go back to settings, devices. Okay. It's just that the fans are really fucking loud. I want to get a bunch of wood to make sure that I have. Oh. I want to make sure I know how much wood I have. Ooh! There's the other sheep. Got you stuck, bitch. Easy meal. Womp womp. Okay, I got a lot of wood. Oh, that's what I wanted. I needed a shovel, not a fucking hoe. Okay. I want to get down under so I can get some stone. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Keep getting reminded of that fucking JXE video, dude. Some JXE that some JXE video that I watched recently. Like, it was really fucking stupid. I didn't like it. I mean, what am I building? What? I mean, it was like his opinion or whatever. It was because he was talking about, you know, what he thought about some, he was talking about Smiling Friends and his opinion on that show. He thought it was funny, you know, shit like that. But I watched it and I was like, and you know, I'm not like, I don't think, you know, I didn't really, cause it was just like, he was saying how Smiling Friends was like super fucking hilarious, and then I'm like, cause I watched Smiling Friends before I saw his video. I didn't even know he made a video on it until I didn't know he made a video on it until like months after I watched it. But I didn't find it funny. It was like he's saying how it's painfully unfunny or painfully funny, and I just as I was watching this video, I just kept thinking, I don't, you know, I don't agree with that, because the main humor around Smiling Friends is, I mean, I guess what they're trying to do is like relatable humor. They're trying to be relatable, I guess, because, you know, a lot of the conversations they have are, the characters have, are like, you know, them just talking, but it's not funny. It's just mundane stuff. Like the I think his name was Jeremy. The Jeremy joke, where like, what's his name? The yellow dude goes to hell, and he's like, he meets his grandma, and then he stands over the thing saying like, oh yeah, what did he say? He said like, oh, I think everything's, you know, there's not going to be any interruptions or something along those lines, and then Jeremy pops out of nowhere and just that gave me a little chuckle. That's about it. Like, it wasn't really funny, and I don't get how somebody could straight face look at that show and say, oh yeah, that shit's hilarious. I died laughing watching Smiling Friends. I don't understand it. Some people, man. Some people. To be honest, I'm thinking about just... I saw this other video of his where he's talking about Hassan and how that dude just... I don't know what's wrong with Hassan. That's like a whole nother thing, but he's like talking about Hassan just straight up streams people content, and as if and because oh, I'm doing it fucking wrong. Anyways, yeah, he was like saying how Hassan just straight up streams people content, which is true. He does. He doesn't give like any. He doesn't contribute to the content, so it's like it's stealing. That's what stealing is. He's literally just fucking stealing people's shit. Because if you're, it's like, it's because people were defending it, and one of the things that pissed me off was like, did I accidentally? Oh my god, dude! It's like, so, it's like if someone drew a piece of art, and another person took a copy of that art, maybe added a little dash in the corner of the picture, and then sold it to a museum for like $10,000. Like, that's basically what Hassan does. And he made a whole video on that, and he said, well, you know, I don't mind people streaming my content if they got something to say about it. So you know, I don't want to like go on video and be like, I want to go on video and just like, you know, just watch his shit on stream, because I know I'm gonna get in trouble for that shit. But I do have something to say about his, you know, his Smiling Friends video, because I don't like Smiling Friends. I mean, maybe it's just like I don't understand it, because, you know, it's for like adult content, and I'm like a young adult, but it's just not funny. I pretty much, when I was watching Smiling Friends, I pretty much deadpan that entire show. You know, I watched it like I was watching any other show on, was it on Netflix or Amazon? I think it's on Netflix. But yeah, I was deadpan that entire show, and you know, I saw JXC's video on it, and I was like, no. But anyways, it probably doesn't even matter, because like nobody fucking watches me. I'll just be another guy. I'll just be some random dude fucking streaming his shit. I'll just be some random dude with no viewers, no reputation, no riz. Oh. I mean, I'm having trouble finding, like, motherfucker. I'm having trouble finding content. So I might just do it just because. I could record a video too. I could do that. I could record it while I'm streaming it. Yeah. But like, I'm having so much trouble finding content that I could just like do it. Because right now I'm just like playing random fucking games. I don't even have many like relevant games to play. And even if I did, like, I probably wouldn't hear a response from JXC, because I checked out his channel and he hasn't posted there like in forever. Probably streams maybe. Did my axe just break? Oh my god, dude. Fucking hell. Now I gotta use some wood to make a new one. Okay. Give me that. And then stone. I got a lot of stone though. I'm making a bunch of charcoal so that I can, you know, I don't know, I'm getting bored. I might just do it. I might just go for it. Just start reacting to his shit. If only I had friends to react with. So I think I'm going to save and quit here and just do it. I'm just going to go for it. Let's see here. Okay, I gotta cut down some of this shit. Boop. Great. I have random shit on my feed. Okay. So that's good. That's good. I need application. Boom. Great. So now so yeah, see, I watched a lot of his videos already. There we go. Okay. So this is how I'm gonna do it. I gotta find this video. Here it is. So I did already watch the whole video. The reason why I'm at that the progress bar isn't full is because I was rewatching it and I didn't finish it because this video is kind of cringe, if I do say so myself, as if that means anything. I'm gonna put my headphones in so that I can like actually hear it without like deafening everyone. Let's see. There we go.
this thing. It says the
Okay.
Reddit.
There we go. Rewind that shit. So this is Exci's video. Let me just change this. Okay. Can you like actually work? Please. Thank you. Now that should, let me move you over here real quick. Make sure I can.
It seems like when none of us were looking, they made an entire
that's, like,
cinematic
really
universe.
loud. That's like really fucking loud. Okay. Okay. So now it should be all good. I might be. I haven't watched what's it called? I actually haven't watched Big Mouth. But based on what I saw, that show is dumb as well. And I did actually watch a little bit of the first episode of The Prince. Only a little bit, because it was way too cringe for me to keep watching. Watched like the first few minutes. I'm gonna skip the intro because you know, he's just yapping. And I'll pause it whenever I'm gonna make a point. This is a good part about Smiling Friends. I'm not gonna like criticize Smiling Friends as anything besides like the jokes, because I think, to be honest, everything else is fine. Like the animation's really good, fits the style, you know, and the mix of different styles, like how this guy looks like almost a real dude and it's just a fucking weird ass frog. My main issue is with the jokes. So which I agree with, because a lot of these adult shows, they default to this particular style where they're obviously trying to capitalize on the success of Family Guy. That's what it feels like they're trying to do. Because look at this. Doesn't this look like, look, Family Guy. I go to Family Guy, images, bam, look at this. Now look at this. So whatever. This is like Paradise PD, I think. And Brickleberry has a very similar style. I mean, that and Farzar, they're all three of those were made by the same guy. I watched Jexi's video on them, and those were good videos. I like those ones. This is pretty much the only video of his that I have a problem with, and it's mainly because of his take on the jokes.
Boring. It routinely chooses different art styles to best express the personalities of different characters.
And that's a great thing about the show. And like like you don't have to mix your styles to create a good show, but you know, doing that is just a plus because it tells people that are watching it, you know, it tells people that you're putting effort into your show. If you just have the static Family Guy style, you know, people like me are gonna think, oh no, it's another crappy adult animation show. I'm not gonna watch this garbage.
Or the tones of particular jokes. Like, no, I wasn't putting it through different shows there. Those were all clips from Smiling Friends. Name 5 Smiling Friends. Ben, Charlie, Black, and Smalley. Basically just are their distinctive profile silhouette with a face and shape that matches their personality, all filled up in one solid, unshaded blonde color. They're all simple, easily recognizable, and all particularly good at expressing their particular character's typical emotional range. They're designed to roll really well suited.
And this is another great point. I love the character designs of Smiling Friends. I mean, the boss is a little creepy. Just, you know, I don't really like how the boss looks, but it works for the show. But I do love the designs of the characters, especially that tiny little green guy. I forget his name. Like Glep, or something like that. And the red guy, Flynn. Is that his name? Am I saying his name right? I don't think I am.
They're all for the indie show to practice iconography for the show as well. It's a really refreshing change from, oh hey, this kind of feels like they took the background character from Family Guy and put it down to the main character.
Yes.
We have their boss, Mr. Boss, who's a bit more. In contrast to the simplicity of the protagonists, he's drawn with excruciating level of anatomical detail.
And that's the thing I don't like about it. Oh, this shot. This is one of the things that I didn't like about it. I thought that was really weird. Way too weird. But that's like the only thing I don't like about his character. And it's mainly just my preference. I don't like how realistic they make Mr. Boss.
And it's generally used to tell jokes that are just a bit weird and unsettling. We are now far beyond the territory of just flat blonde colors with only the level of detail we need to express emotion. Look at the hands on this fucking cutie pie. They're just vague hand shapes. It's basically just his cute little sausage fingers that distinguish him from his arms. Mr. Boss, on the other hand, has fully drawn fingernails, intensely detailed wrinkles, and even little hairs on there during close-ups. His art style wasn't simply selected to be cohesive with the rest of the show. Instead, attention was given to what his role in the show actually is. All of this care and attention is going to designing
This. Another reason why I don't like his character is this. Just. Ugh.
seems nice, but you probably wouldn't want to touch really. That's just
Exactly.
the most departure in art style. And there are very easily the punches you big. The Forest Demon from the Halloween episode and Satan the Dark Lord of Hell were both animated with beautiful stop-draw animation. This used a great effect in the show, scarier and
Oh yeah, I also love the scene with the Forest Demon. You know, the one that's like where he interrupts the party. It's like it's
beautiful stop-draw animation. This used a great
it's just after this scene right here. You know, where the guy's like, what do you say? I'm an idiot. He says like he busts in and like, dude, is that fucking blackface? Bro, are you fucking serious? And they just fucking murder him. That was a good scene. It's not funny, But I did like that.
In fact, scarier and much more imposing than they would be if they were animated the same way the Smiling Friends were. This used to great effect in both characters. Everything they do with both of them is enhanced by the fact that they're animated in this style. With the Forest Team, for example, it allows them to, first and foremost, play an absolutely straight but genuine horror, which, like, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that with me for these scenes if he looks like this. At least, not as effectively. But we're absolutely not done with the benefits of this art style yet, because of course the next thing they do with him is play with comedy by juxtaposing his previously horrific nature with more mundane scenes. Juxtaposition is enhanced by his still striking visual appearance. Then the final joke they tell with him involves him getting brutally torn apart and all of his flesh getting eaten, which is made more tactile and visceral with this art style, thereby increasing the impact of this action.
That's one of the things I love about this scene is just like how insane it is, because they just, all the weirdos at this party just dial it up to like 100. I like this scene a lot. Probably one of my most favorite scenes in the entire show. I think my only favorite.
In this episode, there are 3 things they do with this character, all of which are enhanced by the art style they choose to portray him with. Most animated shows, uninspired production line ones, will try to design their characters appropriately, but this approach facilitates a whole new level of creativity. There are occasions when the way a character is animated is the joke on its own, and while it may not be laugh out loud funny by itself, it's still going to contribute to the overall comedic atmosphere of the episode. I personally really enjoy how all of Mr. Frog's movements are lightning fast, and this one's fucking walking animation. Oh, but there must be some.
Those tiny little things definitely add to the show. It's like it's better than any other adult animated show I've seen. I think I haven't seen a lot of them, but definitely better than the ones that I know suck. And it definitely differentiates itself from other adult animation, but
Just generic uninspired characters in there somewhere, right? I mean, okay, there's this guy who looks super fucking generic, but absolutely fit into the background of Paradox Foreground. But, you know, he's just a minor side character from one episode. I guess they can't hold the wins, right? What's this guy's role in the show again? Oh, he's the pushy idiot industry higher-up who stifles the creativity of people around him to try and play things safe. I wonder why, of all the characters in the entire show, he might be the only one animated in the most generic possible style. Choosing different art styles for different characters isn't something that would work for a lot of shows. Take Archie, for example, one of my favorite animated companies that I would love to make a full video going over the rise and fall of one day to put out on the fucking list. The comedy in Archie was derived from the snappy back and forth between well-established characters. Yeah, you know where he is?
okay. It's not like laugh out loud funny, but I might watch Archer, because that was witty. That was good.
Exchanges based on the situations the characters find themselves in. Not only that, but really,
And yeah, he does have a point, because you've got to derive your style to with what you're presenting for your show. Because for something as cartoonish and strange as Smiling Friends is, that style works for them. For Archer, their jokes don't really rely on the weird, so they have a more realistic and consistent style. Exactly what I just said.
It's absurdist. Characters
That's I just said the exact same thing as he said, but a little differently.
Understand our main characters. So, but
I mean, I did watch this video already, but I ain't like I'm not like trying to repeat what he says. My memory is not that good.
who the fuck are they then? Our protagonists are called Kenny and Charlie, and they're two members of the Smiling Friends, the charity organization that exists to promote putting smiles on the faces of people who are down in the dumps. Ken as a character is basically the embodiment of everything I imagine the Smiling Friends would want to represent. He's enthusiastic, empathetic, and seemingly incapable of pessimism. He seems to be really motivated to do the right thing just because it's the right thing to do, gosh darn it. He seems like the kind of guy who
I've seen a lot of characters that embody that. They that trope is very popular. But it works very well for the show because it's the Smiling Friends, and one of the main characters should probably embody that.
believes in the Smiling Friends cause, but will maybe be willing to wage for privilege and join up with him just because he really cares about making sure that all the people around him are doing all right. On the other end of the scale, we have Charlie, a Rust player. This dynamic
I mean, he plays Rust, so that already just bumps him down a point. I mean, I don't play Rust, but I've seen Rust, and personally, it's very toxic, and I don't see the appeal. I mean, I can kind of see it, but like after seeing how it plays out, how people interact, I just don't see how you can play a game full of toxic people. And if you want to have a good show, you always need a foil. Whether that be, whether that be your bad guy or, another character that's another main character. You always gotta have a foil to counteract your main character. Someone that is the opposite or opposes. And I do think that Charlie acts as a good foil to Pim. And that's a great point. A formula is a good way to structure a show, especially a comedy show. But you don't want the formula to be very rigid, because then if it's too rigid, it becomes predictable. It becomes, way too hard to make something new out of it. So then you'll get, a lot of, I noticed that a lot of sitcoms have a really rigid formula that is easy to get a hold of. Because once you understand the formula, and the formula is too predictable, then you're not getting entertained because you already know what's going to happen. You can just be sitting there watching a show and you'll be like, well, I know that this character is going to do that, and then that character is going to do that, and then this is going to happen, and then the plot's going to go this direction. And if you can guess everything that's happening, then it's not entertaining. So you need a very flexible formula to make a good show. And I do think that Smiling Friends has a very flexible formula. Because while many of the episodes do have, while some of the episodes do have the same formula, they aren't so rigid that you can guess what happens. And you can just be watching an episode and you'll start to understand what happens in like maybe the first few episodes, but then after that, you don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I don't know where I lost my train of thought. But anyways,
Making someone smile is clear and specific activities that develop when the story is being resolved. It's to that goal for basically anything. The obvious example is someone who's to show the importance of life by being taken to those wonderful places. That's the pilot episode. But then beyond that, we have things like Kevin Charlie, who saved the career of a celebrity who's been cancelled for trying to meet a journalist. That Kevin Charlie had to save the love life of a trick. Okay, and that's it. There are no more episodes that specifically adhere to this formula, or at least not.
and that's what I was saying. So you have that formula for the first few episodes, but then after that, it just goes off the rails. It goes in different directions, and that's a great thing.
Not strictly. There are episodes that come close and still bookended by characters smiling, but like the art style, the formula isn't something that the show really feels the need to adhere to rigidly. Less drastic departures from the formula include things like Ken and Charlie get tangled up on their way to the person they need to help, have a whole adventure on their way to her, and when they get to her, find out that during their adventure they accidentally solved her problem already. In these softer departures, the show can take place in any premises and tell any story that it wants to, but while still being able to retain the element and smiling is an indication of the episode's resolution. More radical departures include things like they go out for a meal, discover the horrific killer has been murdered, and then get roped into solving the murder by the police. There's no smile to it in the end of the It ends when they solve the fucking murder. It's not that hard to figure out. So what's the fucking comedy actually like then? That seems like it's
Pretty fucking shit, in my opinion.
something that you touch on at some point. Well, like every other aspect of the show we've covered so far, there's no rigid formula. Of course, it has its tropes, but a lot of the jokes in the show are just entirely
And this is good that your jokes don't follow a formula, because it's back to the structure of the show. If people can figure out, the formula for your show, they're going to get bored. They can figure out the formula for your jokes, they'll stop laughing.
Take, for example, the episode Frowny Friend, which introduces a bizarro version of Kevin Charlie called Gnarly, then reprises
Nihilism.
nihilism. Nihilism.
Yep. Nihilism is a very dangerous ideology. And it is an ideology that has perpetuated suicide. I know that for sure. Well, not for sure, but I do have. I have watched a video that talked about it. But yeah, nihilism is very destructive because when someone believes that life has no meaning and that you should give up, they give up. And if everyone believed that, society would just shut down or be erased, pretty much. Very destructive mindset, and you shouldn't be thinking that. I don't know what to say. I don't know what that on. That is a good bit of irony, but not funny. Pretty much the only joke that I liked, but I didn't really laugh at, was the the force demon one, where they call him out for blackface and kill him.
It's not formulaic, though. Of course, there are some cats that pull some of the jokes, just like there are some cats that pull some of the formulas of some of the episodes. Ultimately, though, this isn't a show that just falls back on its own tropes. It's always keeping things incredibly fresh. It has tropes, and through its writing, just enough to maintain cohesion. You want things to feel fresh, but at the same time, you don't want every episode to feel like you're watching a totally different show to that end.
Exactly. I agree with this.
Twilight Friends strikes a perfect balance.
No, it doesn't. I don't think it strikes a perfect balance because it's not funny. To strike a perfect balance, you gotta be funny. If you want to be like comedy, you gotta be funny. And some of their jokes is just so mundane that it just I don't see how it's funny.
So what are some of the more common patterns in comedy? Well, one thing the show loves to do a lot is provide very real conversations between Penny and Charlie.
And I don't think the real conversations add to the comedy. Because it's like if they have real conversations, pretty much what you're doing is just you're sitting down. It's like if you were sitting down and watching two people having an average conversation, just talking to each other, and you're just the third party watching them talk. How's that funny? If the conversation was funny, then I'd understand that. But it's like he said, they're mundane conversations. There's nothing absurd or funny about them. They're just two characters having a chat, and it's supposed to be quote unquote funny.
Feel you working my way up towards the Renaissance man joke, can't you? Contrast these realistic conversations with the absurd world that the characters are in. They're talking about stuff that's totally bizarre and out there, but they're talking.
And yeah, they're talking about bizarre stuff, but they're doing it in the most average way. And not a lot of real conversations are funny. And I bet you haven't, where you laugh or even chuckle.
But what are they watching? I don't fucking know that. This shit.
Where's the comedy? I'm gonna rewind it. I'm gonna play the whole thing, this whole segment, and we'll see if it's funny.
I don't fucking know, man. This shit. That's never hidden from the audience, by the way, like I just did by copying the frame there. In fact, this shot is the first shot of the scene. That's the first thing that's established. This is what they're watching. They're talking about it like real fucking people for some reason, though. After that, Charlie gets distracted from by Alan, standing with his voicing concerns about
Oh, his name is Alan, not Flynn. I said Flynn earlier. I'm an idiot.
and Pim gets disappointed because Charlie just gets to what is, as far as he's concerned, the best bit. I personally find that conversation hugely hilarious.
Which is like, you don't have to find something hugely hilarious for it to be funny. You know, but it has to be funny. That's like the whole thing about jokes. It has to be funny. You have to laugh at it. Jokes are to laugh at. But there was no joke there. There was nothing to laugh at. There's nothing to even chuckle at. You're just watching two characters talk about a weird show, and then one character doesn't have cheese, and another character missed the spin. It's not funny. Like, you watch that scene, and you're just... Are you, like... What are you even doing when you're watching that scene? When I watched that scene, it was deadpan. Like, I can even play the whole scene. And actually, I'm gonna do it. It was smiling. I think I don't know. I gotta fucking find it. Hold on, give me a second. Smiling friends. Oh, Tim and Charlie watch TV. Okay, it's not that one. I mean, that's only like 12 seconds long. Now even feature on TV. Okay. Is this video just... I can't find this fucking scene, dude. Creature on TV. Full scene. Can I get like the full scene? This shit. that's the scene. The most mundane shit I've ever seen. I don't even know how you're supposed to fucking react to that shit. Because it's literally it's not only weird, but it's not even, I can't even tell where the comedy is supposed to be.
Comedy is rarely focused on having you absolutely hysterical in the first 10 seconds of the first episode.
Sure, but if you're going to call it a joke, if you're going to say this is a joke, or even if, like, if you're having a comedy, if you have a comedy, your jokes should be funny. If that was supposed to be a joke, it is not funny. Your jokes are supposed to be funny, so if you have a comedy and in that episode you say a joke and it falls flat like that scene did, you're not doing your jokes good. And that's kind of where Smiling Friends, those are the kind of jokes that Smiling Friends does almost the entire show. That's like their main go-to joke. It's just these weird conversations that go nowhere. No punchline, no funny, no like you're left sitting there being like, where's the joke? You're a comedy. You're supposed to make me laugh. I didn't laugh.
Episode. The stylings aren't absent either, though. Here we don't have one individual line or moment that's supposed to be the third party reacting to a joke. Instead, we have a general atmosphere that's built.
Yes. You have this general atmosphere, but they don't do anything with it. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just a scenario that just happens. So what are you supposed to do with that scenario? What is it supposed to add to the show? It doesn't add anything. Like, sure, Alan talking about his cheese sets up a part, the next part of the episode where they go into the wall. I think I haven't seen it in a while, but like, it doesn't add anything to the show, and it's not funny. So you missed two things that are supposed to happen in a comedy: adding something or being funny. You missed both of them.
Will up and up with every line. The juxtaposition between the absurdity of what's happening and how realistically the characters are reacting to it. Beyond establishing tone, but also establishing character, as everyone in the scene has their attributes on full display here. And for honest,
Like, sure, I can, like, if it's I think this might be the first episode. If your first episode, if this scene is supposed to set up the characters, then I understand that. But this is their main type of joke. They have these conversations throughout the entire show, pretty much. Almost every episode has at least one or two or even three of these conversations just in the middle of the episode, and you don't really add anything. Like, sure, the characters talk and they may, like, make decisions or, you know, have a conversation, but it's a comedy and you're breaking up the episode with random shit.
it's clearly disappointing that Charlie missed the cool spin. It's always not shown to be written. But this clearly is the kind of thing that he feels comfortable being pushy or assertive about. Charlie, on the other hand, isn't really invested in the situation. With his first few lines in the show, we're already learning that he's not the kind of guy who naturally goes out of his way to make other people happy.
And sure, I understand characterization.
If it was, he might offer to skip back and watch the spin, or apologize, or something. Instead, he's just sort of chilling out and not that interested in engaging with his surroundings. And finally, Alan, he just wants his fucking cheese. This scene may not be absolutely knocking you out of your socks, but it's working on multiple levels to do multiple things. It's establishing both tone and character, considering those are two of the most important aspects.
The tone it's establishing is a mundane scenario. And for how absurd this show is, I don't think you should be establishing that tone, to be honest. I don't think this scene really works with what the show wants to tell you. I don't think it really works. I don't think it really fits.
Aspects of the show, they both absolutely belong in the opening scene. The comedic style here also isn't based on individual jokes. Instead, each line builds on the previous to achieve a cumulative effect. This is something Smiling Friends does quite a lot.
Yeah, I was just reading about how the Renaissance
The Renaissance
And this is one of the jokes that I'm talking about. This is one of the things I'm talking about. So they set up the Renaissance Men. It's this random thing that happened, really mundane, unfunny thing that happens in the beginning of the show where Charlie mentions the Renaissance Men are coming to town. Then later in the episode, the Renaissance Men come, and it's the most... And even though it was set up like a joke would be, you know, it was set up at the beginning, it came at the end, you know, you weren't expecting it, is the setup... It was just very... I don't know the word. It was just very mundane for... It was... You know... It didn't give the energy. I don't know how to say it. It's just very disappointing. It was not funny. It didn't really do much, I guess. It was just... I just don't think it works.
This man joke is the prime example of how the show manages to combine the relatable with the absolutely bizarre. The break room seems pretty dead, and Charlie decides to make conversation by just sharing what it is that he's reading. Him engaging in that conversation asks a follow-up question, which Charlie, not actually having read that much, can't answer.
I don't see what's funny with this. They're just having a conversation. They're just talking. How's that funny? How is that like... How's it adding anything to the show? How is that adding comedy?
Him naturally assumes that Charlie knows more than he actually does. When Charlie
And the thing that irks me is that Exci is really analyzing. He's super analyzing this single scene where this joke in the show, like as if it was comedy gold. Like if the comedy gods just bless this joke and he's just praising it. It's so weird to me because there's nothing to it. There's nothing there.
just thinking out loud while scrolling through his phone.
Just reading what I'm reading, that's all I know. You know as much as I know, I'm just reading off this thing that says the Renaissance Men are coming to town really soon.
It's just a well-developed conversation between two characters with misconceptions for reasons that we, the audience, can clearly understand, without it being so obvious that the characters within the scene should know themselves, which can be a really difficult balance to strike. So far, the comic
I don't think it's a really difficult balance to strike. I think anybody who can write a conversation like this. Hell, I don't really write, and I can come up with a conversation just like this. All you have to do is just think, what would the other person say? Oh, the Renaissance men are coming to town. Oh, wait, who are the Renaissance men? I don't know. I'm just reading the thing. Who are the Renaissance men? You know, you just men. It's really fucking easy.
It is basically just observation. Essentially, hey, don't you relate to this situation? But of course,
And I don't think anyone really relates to this situation. I mean, I can't really tell because I don't have experience with this. You know, I've never sat down with someone. I mean, I've never sat down with someone and, you know, was reading something and they're like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, oh, I'm just reading this thing off, you know. I've never really had that happen to me, so I don't see. I guess it's just like, I think it's just like this show's not for me because I don't think anything that that he's saying that is funny because it's relatable. I don't think any of it's relatable to me.
the episode is going to build on it. After this brief exchange, the episode just gets on with its story by introducing Rim and Nami, because this is the same episode I was just talking about before. After the Smiling Friends win and get Rim to smile, smiling feels good. And he turns into Justin Roiland for some reason.
This part, yeah, he just fucking turns into Justin Roiland for some reason. Why? Ooh, I can't even do it. I just tried to fucking do it. I can't even do it. Like,
This is a beautiful idea.
Some random fucking dudes.
where's the funny? I don't understand. Is this joke just too complex for my tiny brain to understand? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Because it's just like, makes zero fucking sense. How is this supposed to be funny? They just show up and shoot them with arrows.
Go up on horseback and shoot Rim and Nami with a bow and arrow. Charlie immediately assumes, oh, they must be the Renaissance men.
What just happened? Oh, the Renaissance men came into town finally. I really told you at the beginning the Renaissance men were coming to town. You didn't believe me.
To a viewer, what's happened to Charlie's brain is pretty obvious. He believes some guys called the Renaissance men were coming into town, saw these guys in historical dress, and assumed, oh, that must be them. He's just making sense of the information that he has. But
I don't understand how you're just like, how he's super analyzing the shit. Cause it's so mundane. It's mundane conversation. I don't know. I guess he's just so numb from watching Brickleberry and Paradise PD and Farzar that, you know, something like this is divine intervention. I don't get it.
You knew that we're going to come and kill the criminality with arrows and stuff?
to him, though, this just reawakens the misconception that Charlie must know stuff about these guys.
No, I didn't know. That was
Who are the
good.
Renaissance men? I don't know what that means, because that's not Renaissance.
He even correctly points out that they weren't in Renaissance period dress. They were in a different form of historical dress.
That's not, that didn't look like Renaissance.
Look at this. They're just arguing. How is this funny? They're just arguing.
It's like a completely different year.
And the episode on the note of the characters just being a bit miffed off with each other.
Yeah, they're just a bit miffed off. They're just arguing, and then the show ends. How is that funny? How is that supposed to be a joke? It's almost, I think it is almost as bad as you know, this. Because while yes, those are stupid jokes, I think they're on the same page. I mean, they're not the same jokes, but they're not funny. They're not funny. It's not funny. I don't get it. I don't understand. How do you think this is funny? I guess I'm just built different.
I'll literally tell you the extent of my knowledge. I knew that the Renaissance men were coming to town. That's it.
Okay, everything about this scene is fucking ridiculous and stupid, and yet you can relate to it fundamentally.
How is relating to this fundamentally funny? That's what I'm wondering, because I don't understand it.
It captures the tone and feeling of two people who care about each other just having a failure of communication. The guys who actually show up at the end, not even being from the Renaissance period, is a masterstroke as well. They're sort of conceptually adjacent to something.
How is it a masterstroke? How is this joke so masterfully crafted? I don't think anyone has ever laughed at this. I don't know.
You might call the Renaissance man in a way that I think most people will naturally assume they're the Renaissance man until someone points out they're not even from the fucking Renaissance. You're relating to the characters because you're having similar thoughts about the events you've seen. It being ridiculous nonsense events contributes to it because we the
All
audience-
I could think when I was watching this scene for the first time is, this shit makes zero sense. It is not funny. That's all I could think. I couldn't even like relate to it. I couldn't relate to it. I just didn't think about it. I don't know.
seeing the characters try to make sense of something. We're watching this from a meta perspective, knowing that there is no sense to be made of these events at all. Are these guys actually the Renaissance men that Charlie was talking about, or are they entirely unrelated? Well, there's no answer to that. We can speculate if we want to, but deep down we know that there is no actual answer because these
Why would you speculate? What is there to speculate about? This scene goes by so fast that I don't think your average viewer would actually care. It's a random scene that happened really fast, and then two characters argue for the rest of the 30 seconds to a minute that's left of the episode.
random events that happen for the sake of the joke. The characters aren't in on it though, and that's what makes it funny. It's also a bit more than just
That's not funny. It's not funny.
completely random nonsense. It's a clear play on Chekhov's gun, the writing principle by which you introduce something early in your story because it's going to impact the story later on. Charlie even breaks the fourth wall a little bit to provide this commentary.
I knew it's not the beginning. The Renaissance men were coming to town. He didn't believe me.
I'm pretty sure you noticed, just in case you didn't, he's referring to the beginning of the episode there, just to be clear. The thing about the Renaissance men though is that they don't actually impact the story at all.
Exactly. That's also what adds to the fact that it doesn't matter. It doesn't impact the story. It's not funny. It doesn't add anything. And I think that's what makes it a bad joke. And I think that's what makes it a bad addition to the episode. It happens at the end. Doesn't do anything. It's just there. It exists.
The story has been resolved by the time that they arrive. The event isn't totally random, at least not from a meta perspective. Instead, it resembles a trope, but with all of the functionality that trope serves sucked out. It also has a pretty clear progression from beginning to end, where it builds up and up as it goes. This is something that Smiling
It
Friends
doesn't. I don't know what he was saying about building up, because all they did was there was a mention of the Renaissance men coming. They have a little chat about it. The day goes on, and it happens at the end.
is really good at. A while back I criticized a show called Hoops for being shit at being funny. One of the ways it was shit at being funny was the way it incorporated running gags. In episode 6, Hoops introduces a character called the Dawa. He's very, very flexible, and they make the obvious joke immediately. Whoa, look at you! Are you sucking your own dick? Then, as a form of running gag, they wholesale repeat this joke over and over again. Every time the Dawa is on screen, there's a strong chance the main character Ben is going to reference how he could totally suck his own dick, and that's really funny.
You're in the little man too, and you can suck your own dick. You might be alright after all.
They even bring the Dharma back in the series finale just so they...
I don't understand how this is relevant because this is a running gag that is failing and it's obviously not funny. But I don't know why this is like relevant because the way that Smiling Friends does some of their jokes is that they mention something and then it's brought up one time afterwards and then never again. Well, except for the devil episode where it's brought up kind of a little bit twice. But Smiling Friends doesn't have running gags. This is a running gag. So I don't know how this is relevant.
We can make this joke again. There's never anything more to it. It's always literally just, lol, this character could suck his own dick.
And you, Dharma, stop trying to fucking change me. Sure, I'm in. But it's who I am. People don't like it, then they can shove it up their ass. With that said, I find it very impressive you can suck your own dick.
Smiling Friends has a very different approach to bringing back gags. In episode 8, Charlie fucking dies. We then follow him having an adventure.
And yeah, they do bring back gags, but like the Renaissance Men and even in this episode that's on screen, it's not a running gag. It doesn't appear in multiple episodes or, whatever. I guess this is just his way of segueing into this topic, but I don't think mentioning hoops is very relevant.
How? Because Smiling Friends is just that kind of show. Yeah, I'll be real, I don't really want to shit on that. I could probably start with this in there, though.
I do agree.
Writes it down,
I agree with that. I wouldn't shit, but I could stomach pissing.
he's given a grand tour of his room, which ends with an introduction to Jeremy. Yeah, I already think this is funny and you can't stop me. It's the substance of the joke.
This part I don't really find funny because it's just really annoying. This is a good joke. I mean, relatively, but the way they introduce him and they bring him back, I think they executed that well, but I don't think it's funny because he's just, like, in this scene, he's just being annoying, and he's warned not to be annoying, and then the next time he shows up, he's punished for being annoying again.
It was pretty simple. Hey, you've arrived in hell, and instead of the conventional torture you might expect, you're being tortured with the fact that the entertainment is something that gets annoying and obnoxious. Well, we're genuinely not as obnoxious, and everything about the delivery just makes this for me.
And yes, I do think Jeremy is as annoying and obnoxious as other characters and other adult animated shows. I mean, he's not like... He's a little more in your face annoying, but he is as annoying. And the delivery, kind of in my opinion.
Everything about Jeremy, from his cute little face to his weird proportions to the fact that he is called Jeremy, really helps. He's actually kind of adorable and charming in his own little weird way.
I do agree with that. Jeremy is kind of cute.
He's not just annoying and obnoxious, which makes it way easier to smile in response to him, which in turn makes it way easier to laugh in response to him. Like, people don't actually tend to be in the mood to laugh when they're irritated. It's coping and seething, not coping and wheezing. So with this, we already have a perfectly good joke. Charlie is the kind of character...
And I don't agree with that. It's a perfectly good joke. I think not only are there way better jokes, I just think this just falls flat. Clearly it's supposed to be funny, it's supposed to be a joke, but it just doesn't really hit the funny bone. It misses by like a few inches.
He doesn't really have any patience and stuff like Jeremy. It says this to him. And that's it. That's the end of this gag with Jeremy. He's present for the rest of the scene, but just in the background reacting to what happens with facial expression. Oh, and when this other demon gets upset, Jeremy puts his arm around him, which is just a cute funny background detail. After that, Charlie goes and gets on with the plot of the episode. You get some gags about him meeting his grandma in hell, which are just all delivered perfectly.
That seems a little bit unreasonable. I think you should be in hell for that.
He goes on a journey looking for Satan.
I'm almost there. You think that there's a surprises are behind it?
And it's perfect. So he did say one thing, and then the opposite thing did happen. But when in the past I've criticized Malaysian comedies for relying on that formula of joke, that's because it's the only thing.
And I can commend Smiling Friends for not relying on that. Says something the opposite happens, you know. But this is pretty much just it's the same thing as those other jokes, and the delivery isn't funny. It isn't very good. I mean, the delivery is fine. Yeah, it's fine, but it's not funny. It doesn't carry the right energy with it.
Thing that is to the joke.
This bathroom is a life scene. I think it's a great A-League scene. The best part is there's never a line.
This is literally how that gag with Jeremy played. I mean, Jeremy did come in like right after he said that, but this is almost exactly how that joke was. And he's praising Smiling Friends for that.
The punchline is clearly telegraphed by the setup, and you have long enough to think about it before it arrives. You know exactly what's coming.
And while yes, there's enough in between for you to forget about Jeremy, it's not very, it's pretty much the same thing, so it's just not very funny. It doesn't add anything new to laugh at.
And it's a joke based on subverting your
Doesn't add anything to laugh
It's
at.
not a winning formula. That is, unless you're kind of getting payment by Netflix or win. But if I got the Larry acceptance from them, I put it on the show with all of my other participation awards. This joke is a far cry from anything like that.
And I wouldn't say it's a far cry because it's pretty much in the same boat. It's just a little different and less predictable. That's about it.
First and foremost, it doesn't telegraph the specifics of the punchline. A lot of audience members will probably suspect that a gag is going to follow that line, but there's no indication of specifically what that gag is.
And yeah, it does a great job of diverting your expectation. You don't expect Jeremy to pop up there, but it doesn't change much about that gag for it to be funny.
B. Jeremy had already been used to tell a perfectly good one-and-done joke, and it would be totally normal for him to never show up again. The audience has no reason to assume he's going to come back. On top of that, Charlie has barely finished delivering his line when Jeremy shows up. If Charlie had said that he thought the biggest surprises were behind him and then paused, I think more audience members would have realized that something that's supposed to surprise them was probably about to happen. This specific gag works best by not giving the audience time to think. And finally, what's the point?
And I do agree with that. It does. I mean, he does finish his sentence, but it happens like right after he finishes his sentence. So I will give him that. It does add to it that he's pretty much interrupted by Jeremy, but I don't think it adds enough to be funny.
Punchline has been delivered. Oh, they're not done actually. You're hopefully already laughing, and then more is added to the joke. Charlie did say that he was going to punch Jeremy if Jeremy did that again. You're not thinking about that right now because you're still in the middle of being surprised by Jeremy being here at all. So the show manages to catch you off guard again in the middle of it catching you off guard already. This is how you do a fucking run.
And I don't think how the scene plays out. I don't think it's doing much of that double dip that he's talking about. I think he's giving the scene way too much praise. I think he's overestimating the show, the funniness of the show. And I do have a theory that I do know, I think that he did in fact watch all these other adult comedies like The Party Aunt, Farzar, Brickleberry, Paradise PD. And so when he saw, I think my theory is that when he saw something different, Smiling Friends is just better than all the other, a little bit better than all the other garbage. That his mind immediately goes to, this is different, let's praise it. But I think he's giving it way too much praise than it's worth. Because it's not funny.
Yeah, if Jeremy had been a Hoops character, as well as looking shit, he would probably have just shown back up and then sort of done his thing. Actual.
And this is what I'm saying. He's giving it praise because it looks different. Because it's a little bit different. He's not giving it praise just because it's actually funny. But I think that his mind is tricking him into thinking that's funny. This just my thought.
He was there. The story progresses and Charlie actually talks to Satan, but it doesn't go super well, and Satan gets mad at Charlie and decides to torture him. In the midst of all the torture, Jeremy gets his fucking revenge.
And I do like that addition of Jeremy getting his revenge, but I don't think it adds any comedy to the scenes. I think this scene is just like absurd, and its absurdity is not funny. I don't think the absurdity is funny, and so I don't think Jeremy really adds much to it.
Of course, expanding on your material is important. Smiling Friends is great at it. One of my personal favorite jokes in the show is the small moon joke. Episode 3 of the show starts with
This is probably one of their most unfunny jokes. Pretty much all it is just a fake out of, do you want to add this character to the show? And then no prompting, they add him in for one scene, and then he never appears in the show again. He doesn't even make a joke when he appears either. He just dances and says, "Oh, I'm Smormu," or some shit like that.
the fake poll asking viewers to text in whether or not they want Smormu to be added to the regular cast of Smiling Friends.
I don't think this is funny. I don't see where the comedy in this is.
So, the events of which leave him feeling a little bit upset, and paying off that setup that was the poll at the beginning of the episode, Smallwood shows up to turn that frown upside down. Does the same announcement.
And this is pretty much on par with the other jokes that Smiling Friends make. It's just that, you know, they set up something happens, and it just happens. There's no punchline, there's no joke to it, it's just that it happens. And I don't think that makes it funny. I don't see what's funny about this format for jokes.
Just before happily announces that Smallwood won the vote and is now the official 5th member of the Smiling Friends. Now, the callback to earlier, as well as the satirization of actual shows that really do this kind of thing, is later one of the jokes. Obviously, Smallwood seems kind of annoying, and you probably wouldn't want him in the show.
Exactly. He's annoying. Annoying doesn't always equal funny. Some of the things here he calls them annoying, like he says that Jeremy was annoying. He's calling Smormu annoying. And the characters in these other shows that he's criticized, they're annoying too. He's criticized annoying characters on the show, but he's not criticizing them for being annoying. He's praising them for being annoying because he thinks it's funny. I think the only reason why he thinks it's funny, or that he's praising them, is because it looks and is presented differently. I think that he's only praising it because it's different than all the other garbage that looks exactly the same.
That's how the vote went, and now this is what we're stuck with. For a lot of comedies, that would probably be the whole joke, you know, if they managed to come up with it.
If you want to make a physical connection to someone, the only thing that matters is pheromones. I order that it's actually offensively okay with a big deal.
Okay. This is Smiling Friends, so of course.
That mundaneness is present in other Smiling Friends jokes. His reaction is my reaction when I watch Smiling Friends. So I don't believe that he actually thinks I don't think he actually believes that Smiling Friends is funny.
Let's build on it. When the announcer says, "You voted and we listened," here's the graphic they show. And not only are you hit in the face with how close the vote was, you suddenly have a split second to comprehend the fact that apparently Smallville was elected by Electoral College, and there's separate charts for the popular vote and electoral vote. It's beautiful. This show is really fucking fun. Thought, care, and effort has clearly gone into every part.
Yes, I do think care and effort was put into Smiling Friends. Animation, characters, sure. I just don't think they know how to write comedy. I think that they would have been better off. I don't think Smiling Friends is a comedy. I think it's just an absurd show. Because it doesn't come off as comedy. Or if it's trying to be funny, it's failing at being funny.
From the animation to the jokes, characters are incredibly well realized and important to act as a grounding force through which the audience can appreciate the absurd world they're in. In fact, the main complaint I have about it is how little of it there is. One season of 8 episodes of 10 minutes each, there is an hour and 20 minutes of it, which isn't very much, but I'm sure we'll get more of it.
It's more than I would like, to be honest.
All we have to do is be patient. And everything
To be honest, if I was forced to watch this show, I'd cry. I mean, I could get through it, but it's just like, it's so boring. The show is so boring. There's nothing good that happens that makes it a compelling show to watch for me.
we've gone over today, this is clearly a show that thrives on meticulous thought and effort. No aspect of it can be squeezed out.
And I don't think they have put as much meticulous effort as he's suggesting. I just think that he's putting Smiling Friends on a podium that it does not deserve simply because it's different than other garbage.
Production line going off of the formula. It's glorious.
See,
and I
he's
can't
talking
wait to
about this production line, which implies that all these adult animated shows are just the same rehashed garbage. But their jokes, the jokes of Smiling Friends are on par with those jokes in these rehashed shows. It just screams to me that he's clinging on to something different. And I think that's why he's praising it so much as a master crafted show when it's just not funny. It's not comedy. It's just deadpan.
season 2, but I will.
And that's the end. So that was my thoughts, my comments, my reaction. Not a first time reaction, because I've already seen this fucking video. I wouldn't even show you my first time, because my first time watching videos, I just watch it. I actually pay attention to it, so I'm not like talking as much. So I'd rather just watch the video and then talk about it later. So, I do like JXE's, deep dive content, the things he, like, his reviews, where he's talking. So I do hope you know, he uploads more, but I think I'm gonna call it here. I might post this as a video. I'll probably just edit out, you know, the part of the stream that isn't this, but let me see here. To the one person watching, thank you for watching or listening or lurking or whatever you're doing. Have a blessed day. I'm going to raid. Raid channel. Let's see. I think I'm gonna raid Astro. Boom, boom, boom. Doo-doo-doo.